And now a quick word from our sponsors here at Viral Hip Hop News. Man, Sam and here at Viral Hip Hop News. Go ahead and hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and you already know, you see the merch, man. It's hoodie season. October is here, and what better way to bring in the fall season than to grab you your very own Viral Hip Hop hoodie or whatever else you see at the Viral Hip Hop shop. I got 3 different varieties of t-shirts, hoodies, you name it, I got it. Go check out the merch, very dope. Salute to all of our sponsors. Let's get to work. All right, Stephen A. Smith, a man we've talked about numerous times here on this show, on this platform. My guy Stephen A. Smith, who I watched for a very long time now, since I was a child, when he wrote for the Philadelphia Inquirer and covered the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm from South Jersey, so I watched this brother very closely and looked up to him, as he was one of the only brothers to articulate it the way we spoke it and the way we saw it on the airways at that time. So he definitely carved a niche in all of our hearts. And as he grew and as he became one of the staples on First Take, we rode with him as he became who he is today. But as of late, the last couple of years, we've obviously gave him his fair share of criticism for his particular takes on particular athletes sitting at the step that he's at. We've all questioned some of his methods and some of the ways that he goes about things. Nonetheless, he still is a legend in this game, and he does deserve his respect, although we would love to sit back and talk to him on the real, as a lot of people have. We would love to have our opportunity. But he said some things about the actual show First Take. Let's get to First Take. Now, as we know, if you're a First Take watcher, if you're a First Take listener, we've seen that Max Kellerman has moved on to greener pastures. He has his own show on ESPN during the daytime, and then I believe he also does Max, J. Will, and my man, God damn it, Keyshawn Johnson in the morning. They do a radio show that's very dope. And Stephen A. has moved on to have his variety of guests throughout the days of the week. Him headlining it, people coming to debate the great Stephen A. Smith, that is him. And he said that people want to come see Stephen A. They didn't necessarily care about Max. Matter of fact, I don't want to put words in his mouth. Let's listen to what Stephen A. had to say about the entire situation, and then I'll come back and crunch some numbers. Let's go.
Was accurate in terms of me wanting him off the show. Let's get that out the way. Yes, I did. We don't have a bad relationship. I think he's a real good guy. I appreciate what he did for the show. We were number 1 for 5 years. We stayed number 1, and I appreciate that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the work that goes into doing the show every single day. And the reality is that we have 15 segments a day, 75 segments a week, over 3,000 takes a year. In the 9 years that I've been on First Take, I've given over 33,000 takes. And what a lot of people don't realize is that not just the work that goes into that, but also the fact that it's a chemistry that you have, and sometimes it just stalls. And the audience lets you know that it is what it is, and you feel the need for something fresh. You feel the need to retool. And the reason why I'm unapologetic about my position is that, number one, it's no knock against him personally, his professionalism, his work ethic, and all of that other stuff, his talent. It's not like I wanted the guy to be fired or anything like that. I knew that there were landing spots for him available at this network that would generate just as much, if not more, revenue for him and all of that other stuff. And it wasn't really about asking him to be off the show. It was about the fact that I knew that we together, as far as I was concerned, was not a great partnership anymore. And that was something that needed to change. And we cover the world of sports. And this is where I maybe I stand on an island all by myself in saying this, act the way that they do in terms of stuff like this, because we cover the world of sport.
All right, so we heard what Stephen A. had to say. Now let's get to the numbers. Now, according to reports, ESPN's First Take, one of the flagship shows at the network, early reports say that decline in numbers have them at one of the worst at ESPN. ESPN's Pardon the Interruption is now leading the ratings by a wide margin, followed by Sports Roundtable, Debate Show Around the Horn, and even the show before First Take. ESPN's Get Up precedes First Take, and it has a higher viewing audience than Stephen A. Smith. This is according to OutKick Bobby, Burack, and I'm not surprised. Now, if you watch sports in the morning, and I definitely like watching sports when my team wins on Sunday, but I like watching sports in the morning. I grew up watching it, and I do get my morning started at some points with sports, even though I start very early in the morning, around 8 or 9 or so. Once I'm getting into the gym, I may have my eye on it a little bit. And First Take used to be one of those shows that I definitely paid attention to a lot more than others. But now, sitting there watching Michael Irvin scream and hyperventilate all over the TV, and just watching these barrage of guests, and watching Stephen A. put on this show that he's putting on an effort to grab his own nightly show, and I'm not mad at him for wanting to elevate in his stature and his brand, but the shit's corny. I ain't gonna lie to you, the shit is corny. I want to hear sports. I want to hear banter. I want to hear good commentary on sports and things like that, and I want to hear it from a point of view that is articulated in a way that we understand and I understand. And I don't want to hear the corny jumping on your head, spinning around for people bullshit, and the token punchlines that you think the other people want to hear you say come from a black man. We already know the rhetoric, man. And I would love to have the brother come on here and talk about it, and have us ask him the questions right here in front of him so that we can get an understanding of why. But until then, we'll see what happens. He put all his chips on the table. He said that he was the best at First Take. This may have been his audition to bigger and better things, like he said, a nightly TV show, talk show. And right now, it doesn't look good. So we'll see what happens. Don't wish the brother any bad luck. But he may have thought differently in thinking that he has to have anybody sit in that place. And he is just enough, man. That's just my 1-2. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about Stephen A. Smith. And let me know what y'all think about First Take in this situation, man. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all support. Sam Ant, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News. Grab your Viral Hip Hop merch in the description box right now. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all. Love y'all. Sam Ant, out of here. Till next time. Peace.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
Ant.
hop,
Oh God.
hop,
What's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures. The culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you a rookie.